Thanks to her amnesia, Dr. Saybrook didn't know she needed to be rescued.
And then you shot the bodyguard my client had hired to protect Miss Saybrook. Is that correct?
Manning kidnapped Miss Saybrook. That made his guard an accessory to kidnapping.
Was Marty hurt in any way by Todd?
Physically, no.
Was she saying that she was in need of assistance, that she hated Todd?
Objection, Your Honor. Counsel is creating a false picture.
You heard the witness, Your Honor.
Overruled.
When you arrived to save the day, did Marty say that she couldn't wait to get out of the house, that she hated Todd Manning?
No.
What makes you think I can't take out your dad? You don't think I have what it takes?
That's not what I was...
Is it because my mom had a gun in her hand and she couldn't pull the trigger? Or because you're telling me no? You know what? I'm not you. I'm not my mom. I can't kill him. And when I do, the world will be a whole hell of a lot better off.
What happened after you shot Marty's bodyguard?
Let's go. Get out of
Miss
here.
Saybrook picked up his gun.
And what did she say?
This is ridiculous.
Your Honor.
Answer the question, Mr. McBain.
She said, stay away or I'll shoot.
What happened next?
We spoke, and I realized that she had lost her memory. That she didn't know who Manning really was. She didn't know
And
who
during
I...
this conversation, did she put down the gun that she was holding on you?
During the conversation, no.
And then Todd Manning entered the room. What happened then?
He wanted the gun from Miss Saybrook, and at that point, I pulled my gun on him.
Oh. And did my client, in return, pull a gun on you?
No, Miss Saybrook did not give him her gun.
So let me get this straight. Miss Saybrook had a gun pointed at you. You had a gun pointed at my client. Is that correct?
Yes.
So the only person that was unarmed in the room that night was my client.
Objection, Your Honor. Is there a question here?
Sustained.
If, Your Honor, my client was the only person in the room that night that was unarmed, who exactly is the victim here?
Marty Saybrook's a victim.
Your Honor, I submit the police report from the night that Mr. McBain invaded my client's home. My client was unarmed. Mr. McBain beat him senseless. He landed him in the hospital with serious injuries. If there's anyone who should be brought up on charges, it's the ex-cop turned vigilante, John McBain.
Yes, you could kill my father, but I don't want to see him dead, and I don't want you to go to prison.
I don't care what happens to me.
Well, I do. Cole, didn't we make a promise to each other that we would never let our parents tear us apart? Even though we said that while we were together and now we're just friends, doesn't that promise mean anything to you?
Yeah, well, that was before he kept her at his place and lied to her about raping her.
Yes, you're right. It was before that. And it was before our baby died, and it was before my doctor decided to shoot herself. But if you kill my father, Cole, his life will be over, and your life will be over, and my life will be over.
I keep telling you, no one did a thing to your baby. And I keep telling you that's a load of bull. Last night's escape attempt, do you think that helped the cause?
What do I care?
Jessica's relationship with Lieutenant Levin is an important part of her progress. You used confidential information that he shared with her to attack him. That was cruel. I told the truth. He walks around here seeing some kid he killed in Iraq. And he tricked me. Don't take that crap. You always go to the wrong people for help, Tess. Says you. You hallucinated Nikki Smith to help with the birth of your baby. When you did that, I knew an important line had been crossed. Cut the crap, Bess. We both know you did something with my baby. So let's make a deal. You tell me what you did, and I'll let Jessica out.
What Tess said is true. That boy I killed, I see him everywhere now.
And when did you start to see him?
As soon as I got home. But it stopped when I came here and found out Shane thought I was his dad, my ex's kid.
I remember.
And I thought that was going to be it. I thought I was going to have this great life, this great family. No more visions or whatever.
And did they start again when you discovered that you were going to lose Shane to his biological father? You know, throwing yourself into a parental role with Shane may have been your way of avoiding what happened in Iraq.
I love Shane. I wanted to be a great dad to him.
I'm not saying you didn't or weren't, but is it also possible you're trying to make up for what you did to that little boy in Iraq? If you don't face your guilt, Brody, the boy you killed will never stop haunting you.
I have to tell you the truth.
About what?
Well, I've been trying to buy Shane a Z-Box ever since we found out that his Christmas list only had one thing on it.
Yeah, and it's hard as heck to get your...
Well, that's not it. That's not all of it. You see, my charge cards were all maxed out.
I thought you were okay for money. Were you lying?
Yeah, I was.